Hello and welcome to TTG's webinar with Okinawa. I'm Maddie Barber, the Special Projects Editor at TTG Media, and I'm joined today by Sandra Kwan, who is the UK representative for the Okinawa Convention and Visitors Bureau. Thank you so much for joining me, Sandra.
Thank you very much, Maddie, for this opportunity.
Lovely. So during our webinar today, we're going to be covering all things Okinawa, including essential information such as how to get there, when to go, and what client type the destination is suited to. Sandra will be running through some news from Okinawa, so that's from 2021, as well as things to be excited about in 2022. She's also going to be talking about Okinawa's best products and experiences spanning different sectors, including history, culture, nature, and food. And towards the end of the webinar, we will also cover agent support that's available to you, such as training and marketing help, as well as details of fam trips and competitions, which is always exciting. So Sandra, just to kind of set the scene for agents that aren't that familiar with Okinawa, where exactly is it and what is the best way to travel there from the UK and Ireland?
So Okinawa is Japan's southernmost prefecture and comprises 160 subtropical islands. It's a separate island to mainland Japan. So UK and Ireland visitors can fly into mainland Japan, such as Tokyo or Osaka, and then they can choose to take a connecting flight onto Okinawa itself. So it takes about under 3 hours by air from Tokyo. Now, Naha is the prefectural capital on the Okinawa main island and is where visitors will arrive from mainland Japan, or visitors can actually just fly into Ishigaki Island in the Yaeyama region, which is further west. Okinawa does not tend to be a solus destination, but is a great add-on to a multi-trip to Japan, and it's a lovely way to conclude your trip.
Okay, great. And what would you say is the best time to visit in terms of weather and prices and stuff like that?
So Okinawa boasts a year-round warm climate comparable to Hawaii, Miami and Cancun. So January is usually the coldest month and it averages 17 degrees and sea temperatures don't actually usually go below 20 degrees. Spring and autumn are generally a recommended time to go to enjoy the beaches at a more comfortable temperature, but generally Okinawa is fantastic all year round. So you can do island hopping. It's great for those who like to indulge in nature activities such as trekking, kayaking, diving, and it's also really enjoyable for culture seekers as well. And winter is great for seeing the first bloom of the cherry blossoms around mid-January to mid-February, and also to witness spectacular nature such as whale watching.
Okay, great. And you mentioned there about some of the interests that clients might have, that the agent should be suggesting to those types of clients. But are there any demographics that Okinawa is particularly, or sectors that Okinawa is particularly recommended to?
So Okinawa is simply great for everyone, from couples, families, over 50s, honeymooners, friends and groups and so on. So there are activities and experiences that are suitable for different visitors. So you're ranging from the beaches and nature, the culture and history, marine activities and also authentic experiences as well.
Okay. So moving on to some of the latest Okinawa news. Now I hear the destination had some exciting UNESCO related news last summer. Are you able to tell agents a little bit about what that was?
Sure. So northern Okinawa and Irami Island, along with a chain of islands that stretch across Kagoshima to Okinawa prefectures, they were officially added to the World Natural Heritage lists by the UNESCO World Heritage Committee. So we're very proud of this.
Fantastic. And what's new in Okinawa for 2022? Are there any new attractions, tours or accommodations launching?
Yes, so there are a few new properties due to open this year on the Okinawa main island. So you've got the Hotel Grand Consort Naha, which is located in the centre of Naha city. It's 15 minutes drive from the airport and it's suitable for both leisure and business travellers. So due to open spring this year. Then you've got the Okinawa Prince Hotel Ocean View Ganawan, which is a walking distance from the beachfront and it's 20 minutes drive from Naha city, due to open this April. And then you've got the Yuku Hotel and Resort in Ashura Beach, which is 20 minutes from Naha Airport, and it looks out onto a dreamy sandy beach and emerald green seas, and all the guest rooms have Yuku inspired interiors and artwork, and they also have ocean views. So it's due to open sometime this year. But also actually in November last year, the Shiminka Villa, which is one of the newest holiday properties in Irami Island, also opened. This new Yuku style private villa is designed with a 360-degree glass wall, which offers stunning views of the surrounding area. And then also opening this year, there will be 2 crafts-related facilities in Naha, one of which is located near Shoujo Castle and is designed to teach visitors about Okinawan crafts.
Wow, that all sounds really exciting. Okay, so moving on to history in particular, I know Okinawa has a fascinating history, but what historical attractions would you recommend to agents who have clients who want to explore the country's past?
Yes, so Okinawa certainly has a unique history. So it was once an independent region called the Yuku Kingdom. And then after World War II, the Battle of Okinawa, it was under the administration of the USA until 1972 when it was reverted to Japan. So there's lots of World Heritage Sites dating from the Yuku Kingdom on the main island. So a couple of recommendations I would include would be Shoujo Castle, which is located in Naha on the main island. So this dates back to the Yuku Kingdom, so between 15th to the 19th century. Shoujo Castle was the centre of politics, diplomacy and culture of the Yuka Kingdom. In October 2019, it did suffer a terrible fire where 9 structures were destroyed, but restoration work is underway and due to begin soon on the castle. So visitors can view the progress of this, and which is actually going to be an attraction in itself. And then you've got the Nakajinjo site, which is the Nakajin Castle ruins. It's the second largest castle behind Shoujo Castle. It's located in the northwestern part of the main island, and the grounds are a venue for Cherry Blossom Festival from the late January to early February.
Lovely. Cherry blossoms are a huge appeal, I know.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Fantastic. Okay, so let's take a look at a quick video that's going to show you a bit more about Okinawa's fascinating history.
Timeless Okinawa awaits. These islands, jewels spread across a deep blue sea, possessing a proud, unique and beautiful culture created by a fascinating, often turbulent history. Along the Ryukyu Kingdom, a link to the outside world quite different from mainland Japan. A story that still lives on among the Okinawan people. It all awaits, often unchanged, always alive, Okinawa. Now, I know exploring Japanese culture is going to be a big draw for a lot of agents' clients. What would you say are the best experiences in Okinawa that will really help visitors to get under the skin of the destination's culture?
So karate is a unique part of Okinawan culture. The martial art was born in Okinawa and now practiced by more than 130 million enthusiasts around the world. So on Okinawa Island alone, there are more than 400 dojos, which are basically rooms or halls that you practice in. And visitors can learn and also take part in the karate experience. Visitors can also take part in cooking experiences and really learn about the Okinawan cuisine culture. You can try your hand at the traditional craft or textile dyeing, weaving and pottery, so you can create your own special piece of traditional Okinawan art. There's also exciting events that also happen in Okinawa, such as the Naha Hari, which is a festival usually held in May in Naha City and is one of Okinawa's most famous events with really colourful boat races. It's a maritime festival, so it's held to pray for the safety of fishermen and for bountiful catches. And then Shoujo Castle Festival, usually held at the end of October to early November. It's one of the 3 major festivals in Naha, and the festival highlights a parade by people adorning attires of the Yuku dynasty style.
Fantastic. Now, I love hearing about the cultural aspects of destination, so I'm very excited to watch this next video, which is going to give you all some visuals of Okinawa culture. Let's take a look.
Timeless Okinawa awaits. These islands, jewels spread across the deep blue sea. Once the Ryukyu Kingdom, long a special link with the outside world. This unique history has forged a distinctive culture, with music, dance, clothing, cuisine and nature worship very different from what you'll find elsewhere. A culture alive in the people of the islands. It all awaits, often unchanged, always alive, Okinawa.
So the next video is about the creation of beautiful Bingata cloth. So Bingata is the weaving and dyeing technique used. So during the Yuku dynasty, the labour-intensive Bingata attire was only reserved for kings and royalties. So you got primary colours such as yellow, blue and red that were exclusively used, and the patterns were large and bold, depicting almost like life-size flowers, birds and plants. Now today, traditional Bingata cloth is still in use for costumes and of classical dance and theatre. There's also great demand for the kimono industry, with modern sort of smaller patterns with more subtle colours preferred. Nowadays, Bingata dyeing is used for high-end clothes, home decorations and even paper products. Also, Bingata designs and inspired designs, which are not the actual dyeing technique, is also popular in textile as well as other goods. So visitors can really certainly try their hand at Bingata dyeing when they visit Okinawa.
Okay, let's press play on a video that shows you all things Bingata.
With patterns that are bright and bold, yet at the same time exquisite, Bingata conveys the vitality of Okinawa. Bingata is a weaving and dyeing technique developed for making the clothing worn by the royal family during the Ryukyu Kingdom period. Since the Ryukyu period, the Shiroma family has been renowned as one of the big 3 families in Bingata dyeing. Eiichi Shiroma is a 16th generation craftsman in a family that has passed down these techniques for around 300 years.
沖縄はいろんなものを混ぜて、それを沖縄らしくデザイン化していくだったり、文化として変えていくのが沖縄のチャンプルー文化っていうんですけど、それを紅型でもそういうことがあって、紅型の場合は中国と日本の影響、いわゆる和柄ですね。中国と和の影響を受けて発展してきてます。いずれはこの白間の自分らしい紅型にこうチャンプルーしていけたら面白い価値観としてまた 新しい価値として受け入れてもらえるかなっていうふうには思ってます。
There are many processes involved in dyeing Bingata. The design is drawn, then a paper stencil is created. The stencil is then laid on the material and covered in a paste. When the stencil is removed, only the areas not covered in paste can be colored. The kumadori technique is used to gradate the colors, giving them a unique three-dimensional appearance. To keep the pattern from being dyed, it's covered in paste and the cloth is dyed. Once the dye has set, the paste is dissolved off with water.
瓶型の持ち味が手のぬくもりというかこの手仕事感だと思いますし、その辺でちょっと改善するべき工程と残すべき工程っていうのはいつでも意識しながらやってます。こっちはもう大好きな場所なんでワクワクが止まらないですね作品はもうほぼ 100% 海の世界なんですけど、小さい頃にうちの親父に連れてきてもらって、これがすごく楽しみでしょうがなくてですね、宇宙みたいな世界なんですよ。潮が引いて見たことのない色のカニとかでタコとかですね、いろんなのがもう海の中に生きてて、でそれを発見するだけでもすっごい楽しくてですね、もう小さい頃の、原風景でもあるんですけど、それが今の自分、現在の自分にもつながってるし、本当になくてはならない場所ですね、自分にとっては。大げさな意味じゃなくて、とっても自分は一生かけてやってみたいっていう夢があって、それは白馬を文化の拠点にしたいんですね。この中でこの個人個人が個性を発揮できる環境を作って、同じ場所で同じものづくりをすることでどんどんそれが豊かになっていくというか、自分の人生の時間を使ってあの場所を文化の拠点にしたいなっていうふうに思ってます。
Fantastic. That, I mean, those Bingata, it looks fantastic. I mean, I'd love to go and experience that myself. Now, I know that Japan has some fantastic outdoor adventures on offer to its visitors, but what does Okinawa in particular have to tempt visitors that are keen to get back to nature?
So some examples I can suggest are whale watching between January to March. So humpback whales can be spotted off the coast of Irami Island. So tourist boats run daily from Okinawa and Kerama Island, offering visitors the truly sort of unforgettable experience of glimpsing these majestic animals in their natural habitat. You can go kayaking in the mangroves. So most of the mangrove forests grow in the northern part of Okinawa main island, Irami Island and also Ishigaki Island. You can go snorkeling and diving, so you can really explore the beautiful coral reefs and amazing marine life. And then those seeking adventure, they can try trekking through the jungle, so you can really experience the beautiful natural environment of the island whilst getting to know the wild birds and other wildlife living along the rivers. Trekking in Yambaru, which is in the northern Okinawa main island, is a great way to experience the rich nature found in this region. And also you can go horse riding as well, so you can get in touch with nature on horseback. They're called the Yonaguni ponies. You can also take these horses into the waters in the summer months as well.
Lovely. Now, Sandra, I know you're going to give us a closer look at Irami Island in a video coming up next. So let's take a look at that and to look forward to hearing what you have to tell us about Irami Island.
Great, thank you. So Irami Island has been a lesser known destination to Okinawa due to its remote location in the Yaeyama region, and is often considered as a destination reserved only for off the beaten track travellers. So it's true that Irami is one of the most remote areas in Japan, which also makes it a perfect destination for post-COVID travellers. So we will introduce nature activities accessible to everyday travellers with varied interests and fitness levels, and a day trip to Irami is possible from Ishigaki, but it is advisable to stay overnight to fully enjoy the nature of the island. So one of the prominent features of Irami Island is an abundance of rivers, both great and small, fostering mangrove forests. And 80% of the mangrove forest in Japan is actually found in Irami. So kayaking into these rivers is the easiest and enjoyable way to relax and explore the unique ecosystem of the mangrove forest. The river water is mostly calm and shallow, making it quite easy and comfortable to paddle. And there are a number of operators offering river kayaking tours all year round. Now, other popular river activities include stand-up paddleboarding and during the summer, canyoning. And for those who are less active, powered boat options are also available. At Irami River, the longest river in Okinawa prefecture, and the Kama River, casual boat tours are available for visitors of all ages. Now, there are destinations that can only be reached by kayak, such as Mizuochi waterfall, and there are many tour destinations available on the island. And for that reason, tour fields are almost never crowded. Another feature of Irami is the thick, unspoiled subtropical jungle, and there are plenty of tour courses to choose from, depending upon the duration, difficulty level, and interests of the participants. Jita waterfall can be easily reached in about 15 minutes walk from the main road. Now, Pinasara, being the tallest waterfall in Okinawa Prefecture, offers a spectacular view from the top. Surprisingly, it's only 1 hour walk leading to the waterfall, and this makes it the most popular trekking spot on the island. Now, Irami Island, surrounded by pristine waters and rich marine life, is a mecca for marine activities. Barasu Island, which is only 20 minutes boat ride from the Irami, is a sandbar made up of broken corals, and the waters around Barasu Island is shallow, and for this reason, this is the perfect site for those who are new at snorkeling. There are no artificial beaches on the island, and for this reason, some beaches are not recommended for swimming. However, there are many natural secluded sandy beaches available that are mostly empty. And more avid and adventurous travellers can try sea kayaking or diving to explore coral reefs from above or underwater. Now, people on the island, especially operators, are proactive in the preservation of the unique ecosystem of the island. So 2 years ago, the township of Takatomi, including Irami Island, introduced regulations to reduce over-tourism and to ensure the quality of the tour. Nature guides are licensed and the size of the tour groups are managed so as not to negatively impact the ecosystem. There's not much nightlife when it comes to partying, but nightlife in Irami means joining night tours to find coconut crab and the famous Irami cat, or simply relaxing under the moon or stars.
Wow, thank you so much for that, Sandra. Those snorkeling opportunities look incredible. I would be right in those waters immediately if I was there right now. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about food. Sushi, sashimi, miso soup. I mean, Japanese cuisine is one of my absolute favourites. Can you talk us through the food visitors can expect to see in Okinawa in particular, and maybe how it differs from other regions in Japan? Are there any delicacies or unique places to eat that you can recommend that agents tell their clients about? Yeah, just give us a food overview.
Sure. So Okinawa cuisine is similar yet different to the rest of Japan. So fresh fish for sashimi and sushi are bountiful, especially tuna and bonito. Now, fresh bonito is actually very rare in Japan. Often sashimi is eaten with shikasa as opposed to shoyu and wasabi that we sort of more accustomed to. Miso soup is also different. So in Okinawa, miso soup is served as a meal. So there'll be lots of ingredients to go with it. So you've got tofu, you've got vegetables, and even meat is thrown into a big bowl. Tempura is normally not eaten as a meal, but as a snack in Okinawa. Okinawan food has been heavily influenced by Chinese food. And also after the war, lots of American food and food ingredients made their way into Okinawa. And Okinawans are very adept at incorporating flavors from other cultures into their cuisine. So there's a huge variety of food available to try in Okinawa. And so the fun and rewarding part of it all is to try a little bit of everything, and then finding your favorites at a local ishikaya, which is a Japanese bar with small dishes and snacks, which they serve to accompany your drinks.
Great. And I think we have a video to look at now that's going to give you some more visuals of the food. Did you want to tell us a bit about that, Sandra, before we go ahead and
Sure.
play?
So the next video gives you an insight into a food and cooking experience offered by Yona Food, which combines a walk in the market area followed by cooking family style Okinawan food at the studio. So Yona in Okinawan language means slowly, and Kazumi Kayo, owner and instructor of Yona Food, she will give participants a glimpse into Okinawan life through food experience. So first, a tour of the market area is offered where participants can see, experience and shop firsthand the variety of food ingredients available in Okinawa. And then during the tour, they can also try some of the tasty street food snacks available. The group will then head to the studio where Kazumi will talk about the food and cooking process in more detail. And then participants will then have the opportunity to use their skills at cooking. And then finally, the meal is served for everyone to enjoy together.
Fantastic. Let's take a look. Gosh, looking at all of that is making me so hungry.
Definitely.
So swiftly moving on before I get even more hungry. Let's talk a bit about the agent support that Okinawa is offering to agents in the UK Island right now. Are you offering any training opportunities or in the coming months aside from this webinar?
Yes, most definitely. So I'm available to offer training on Okinawa throughout the year. Just contact me directly and we can easily arrange this. So these can vary from like online virtual training to in-person training. And I've also been involved in different types of events, including virtual events to talk all about Okinawa.
Lovely. And what about marketing support? Is Okinawa offering any marketing support to agents at the moment?
So I have a simple sales toolkit which includes getting the latest updates on Okinawa, access to videos and digital brochures. Also, I can assist with Okinawa information to help you promote the prefecture.
Okay. While we're on marketing, do you have any marketing tips that you could offer to agents to help them sell the destination?
Yes, so some tips that I can offer. So the number one image that is normally perceived of Okinawa is of the beautiful beaches and crystal blue waters. To capture customers' attention further, it's good to contrast these images with those of the history and culture and the wonderful nature within the islands. So then it would give the sense that there is more to discover in Okinawa. Now, social media is always a good way to give a snapshot of what's to discover at a destination. So perhaps you can include various did you know facts, such as Okinawa is one of the 5 longevity hotspots in the world. Can host a small evening event for clients, to which I can certainly help with information, or perhaps I can help you give an overview of Okinawa to your clients. And then Okinawa tends to be marketed as a luxury destination, but it can also be aimed at those who love to explore, do some island hopping, and also meet the local community.
Lovely. Great tips about those fun facts. Now, this is a question I always have to ask because I know agents are always keen to know. Are you planning on running any fam trips in the upcoming months?
Yes, so UK fam trips to Okinawa are certainly in our plans to consider, as they are a great way to bring experiences to life, and it's an invaluable way to learn more about destinations. So all I can say is watch this space.
Lovely, thank you. And are you running any agent incentives or competitions at the moment?
Yes, so absolutely. For the month of February 2022, you can enter into a prize draw to win a really beautiful Bingata table mat, all the way from Okinawa. So it's just one really quick question to answer, and then you can be entered into the prize draw.
Lovely. And I know that everyone watching, you can find more information about that at tcgmedia.com/competitions. So we'll be hosting it on our website. And just before we wrap up, Sandra, is there anything else that you think agents need to know about selling Okinawa at the moment or in 2022?
Yes, so Okinawa is stunning with its beaches, but it mustn't be forgotten that there are plenty more to explore on these islands to really immerse yourself in its wonderful history, culture, and nature. The OCVB have recently launched their new website, packed full of interesting information about the prefecture, and agents can contact me directly with any questions they may have about Okinawa, including ideas on what to do and see for their clients. So you can also get up to date with the latest information on Okinawa by following us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram as well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me today, Sandra, and telling
Thank
us
you.
all about Okinawa. Sounds like a fantastic destination, and I'm sure agents are feeling incredibly inspired to sell it. So thank you everyone for tuning in and for watching. Don't forget to check out the training hub on tcgmedia.com for even more educational content. Take care, and we will see you soon.